What's up, guys? Godz back with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at, in my opinion, the disappointing PS4 Slim and PS4 Pro. Hey, now on my Xbox One S thing where I said, don't buy it, question mark, that really, I meant that because some reasons, yeah, don't buy it. Some reasons, yeah, buy it. For this, though, I'm serious. Don't buy it. Please, for the love of all that's good, don't buy it. I am so lucky that I'm not a review channel yet of tech and hardware, or I would have to buy it. And I don't want to buy it. It is not worth buying. It is, oh man, it's bad. I was expecting a lot from watching Sony's conference or their little press conference showing all this stuff off. I thought it was going to be so cool, with Microsoft saying that they're going to have the Scorpio coming out next year, which is supposed to end the console generation. You've got an Xbox coming out next year that is going to literally end all console generations. Supposedly, you will be able to play with all other systems, PC, and if Sony would cooperate, even PlayStations. Like, I'm talking a commingling of all consoles. Now, we don't know that yet. It's just kind of hearsay. But if so, that's awesome. And the possibility is that it's going to cost around $800 to $900. Well, if it does all that, I can see why. 4K, everything else, all the bells and whistles. That sounds awesome to me. That's like, man, you've already got me going crazy, and you ain't even told us anything, really. It's going to have all this power, the most powerful console ever created, they say. And Sony knows that. Sony knows that they've said that. And yet they come out with this crap. So, let's start with the Slim. Don't buy the Slim. Now, if you had to choose between Slim and Pro, buy the Pro. It's only $100 more. It's not that big a deal. And it does more stuff. Now, not stuff they say it does, but more stuff. Let me explain why. All right, so you got the PS4 Slim right here. It's $299, right? So real quick, my first opinion, I don't even think it looks that great. This is the PS4 Slim over here. This is the PS4. In my opinion, I love the shape of the original PS4. I like the angles and the lines on it. I don't like the roundness of the new one. Now, some people might. I mean, that's an opinion thing. That ain't really got nothing to do with, why you shouldn't buy this or not. Now, this is not the Pro. We'll look at the Pro in a minute. The Pro is really just like a 3-layer cake compared to this one. This is like a 2-tier. The Pro is like a 3-tier, with this line crap they got going on. But, forget about all that. So let's get back to it. All right, so don't buy this. The reason why I say don't buy this is I would rather you buy the original PlayStation 4 than this. The reason I say that is because this one takes away stuff. So really the only big thing they've changed so far, actually no, hold up. I take that back. I got to rephrase. If you're going to buy a PS4 now and all you can afford is the Slim, go buy the original PS4 now immediately because they're discontinuing it. They're not going to be making the original PS4 like the one I've got right now anymore. This is going to replace it. So here's the reasons why you should go buy the original one right now if you have to. There is no more optical drive on the PlayStation 4 Slim. So if you're the kind of person who likes to have your home theater hooked up or you like to have your music come out of it that way, you can't anymore. They're taking away functions. Actually, Microsoft, I think it was Phil Spencer, he laughed at their presentation yesterday. Now, PlayStation's been on top for a couple of years now, in my opinion, even though I predominantly play on Xbox. But it's really laughable. It honestly is laughable to me. Let's see, what else can I talk about it? Okay, yeah, it's coming out the 15th. There's going to be no more originals. There's just going to be the Slim and the Pro. That's going to be it. And then there's no optical drive slot, like plug-in. And that's it for the Slim, really. They've also mentioned that even though the Pro is coming out, you won't have to worry about not being able to play across all of them. It's still part of the same family. So I'm thinking if you're on PlayStation 4 Original, you should be able to play with people on the Pro. We'll have to see how that goes in time. It's coming out in November, I believe. So we'll just have to wait and see. But all right, now let's talk about the Pro real quick before we talk about the whole encompassing PS4 family. All right, so here is the PS4 Pro. See, it's kind of like a triple layer cake in a way. It's got a blue light bar. Woo! No difference in the controller from what I'm seeing or hearing. There's not really a lot going on here. And I'm going to explain some of this stuff that they say here and some key things that you should keep in mind. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to bring up comes out November 10th, and it's going to be $399 US. So like I said, only $100 more. And I think it's 1 terabyte hard drive. Let's see if it shows it on here real quick before I start telling y'all a bunch of crap. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's 1 terabyte. But the 4K. So, all right, let's do a quick... Actually, no, I'm going to save it for the comparison video. I can't do it. All right, so let's talk about the 4K. So the big thing, difference between the Slim, the original PS4, and the Pro is supposedly 4K. So here's something I want to bring up to you. It says with up to 4K streaming and 4K auto upscaling for video content. Now, for the unaware buyer, which maybe some of you, maybe not, this is kind of a lie in a way. It's kind of like if I, it's kind of like if I clickbait you, like if I put, man, look, I just bought a Bugatti, and then I show you it's a Pinto, you know. So it says with up to 4K streaming. So if you've got Netflix in 4K or stuff like that, you can watch 4K. You can. But if you want to watch a 4K movie, you can't. There's no 4K Blu-ray drive. The Xbox One S has a 4K Blu-ray drive. This one does not. So if you go into the Redbox or to wherever you get 4K Blu-ray discs, and you pay all that money and you put it in there, you ain't watching 4K. And on top of that, you've got to have a 4K monitor or a 4K TV. All this 4K stuff. And I didn't say this in my Xbox One video, and I should have. This whole VR thing in 4K, let me explain some anatomy stuff to you. If you take your finger and you put it out here, right, you can see pretty well. And as you zoom in, you can start to see the lines of your fingerprint, right? But as you bring it up closer and closer, it becomes blurry. You can't see the lines anymore. And it just kind of gets hazy and you go cross-eyed, right? The reason I bring that up is if you put a VR helmet on, you cannot see 4K. I don't care if it's Xbox One, I don't care if it's Scorpio, Oculus, anything in the world, it doesn't matter. Your eye cannot see 4K that close. It's impossible. Your eye literally can't see it. It's kind of like a dog whistle. Dogs can hear it. We can't. So it's not possible. So if they tell you, hey, this will let you see 4K gaming in VR, they're lying. It's not possible. So, moving on. It's native 4K, like we're talking about, not actual 4K. So when you put a game in, it upscales it to 4K. The quality of upscaled 4K versus actual 4K is not the same. They're taking a 1080p 60 frames game and bringing it up. They're just adding extra pixels. It's not like it was produced with that many pixels and that much depth. So it's not going to look any better. And like I said, if you ain't got a 4K monitor, it's pointless. It really is pointless on both fronts. Let's see. There was talk, and I'm not super clear about this, but from what I got, they said that they're not doing 60 frames per second. I think I was kind of confused about that part. They said something about that if you look in far off in the game in 1080p, the person's kind of blurry. But if you look afar in 4K, they're crystal clear, so that it could provide an advantage to you when you're gaming. Because, you know, they're within the same console generation. They're not by themselves. So they lowered the FPS, I think, so it's not unfair. So you're paying $100 extra for kind of not so great a console. I'm kind of baffled. I really don't understand what Sony was thinking with this. They're coming out with 2 new consoles in the separation of 2 months. And there doesn't seem to be another console in the distant future. I hope the Plus is not Neo. I really, like they talked about the PS4 Neo was the code name. I hope the Pro is not Neo. Because if it is, man, dude, Microsoft is about to take over for the first time in a long time, in my opinion. Because this is sad. It's really sad. You have competition that has delivered, and then you're gonna come out and show. Oh man, I'm mad. I'm kind of mad about it. The first console I ever owned when I was 5 years old was a PlayStation 1. I had the PlayStation 2. Never got an Xbox. Went to 360 after, I think, I'm around the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 time. And I've always been kind of a PlayStation player. A lot of my friends play Xbox, so I switched over. I love both consoles. You're never going to hear me badmouth both of them as far as why they're better. I'm not a fanboy of either. I like both. I've always loved both. If I can get my hands on both, I will. Some people can't, so I'd just say play with your friends. Don't get a console you can't play with your friends with, or it's kind of boring. But I'm disappointed. I really am. You're selling a Slim that has less features than your original, and you're selling a Pro that really ain't all that great, especially compared to its competition. So that's my opinion on the PS4 Slim and Pro guys. I really hope that maybe the Neo's still out there somewhere, and maybe they're working with Microsoft. I think it would be amazing if we could finally play across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox together with everyone. I know as a business move, it could be kind of a difficult thing because you worry about competition and keeping the competitiveness. But what about solar player games, exclusive games? How's that all going to work? I think it could be good. I think they just need to figure it all out from a business standpoint, because at the end of the day, it is a business. But I think the Xbox One is going to be on top for a little while. But that's my opinion. But we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. If you've got a different opinion, I'd love to know it. I love having other people's opinions because I'm not the smartest guy on the earth. I don't know all the tech stuff. I might not even presented everything that I should have today. This is just what I gathered from watching the thing and kind of reading some of this stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're getting it or if you're not getting it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.